We're about a day out from our mountain lion hunt, and so I wanted to hit the range up and make sure all my stuff was looking good before we head out, and got the 30-30 Henry with me today. I'm a Michigan guy. This is the gun that I grew up hunting with, lever action 30-30, so excited to take it out, put some ammo through it. It's snowing here in Michigan, which is cool because we need it to snow in Utah, so hopefully they're getting snow there. Hopefully Peyton's got some good news for us here soon. All right, I mean, the gun is on, which is great, but what's better is I just got a text from Peyton. He says, hey, if you want to try to bump your flight up, that would be good. We just got good snow. The quicker we can get hunting, the better with this good snow. The dogs do best with a fresh coat of snow and nice and cold like it is right out there right now. Sounds like we're gonna be on snowmobiles too, so we'll be getting right after it day one. So we're all dialed in. Let's get packed up, and I cannot wait to get out there. Mountain lion hunting is just a very different type of hunt. We start the hunt basically with a 45-minute snowmobile ride into a canyon. Basically, the first day mission was try to figure out where this cat had left the canyon. But a lot of that was up to the dogs. So we showed up, we let the dogs loose, and we let them do the thing that they do best.
This way, louder, girl. Come on. Sure. Woo! This way.
Got to the trailhead at 5. Yesterday, these guys cut a track of a nice tom based on what they can tell at the track. So they left it because we weren't here yet. But it basically went across the canyon, back and up this way. So we drove up in the snowmobiles and turned the dogs loose, and now we're just gonna see if they cut anything fresh. So it's a day old, but they've kind of circled the canyon yesterday and this morning, so we know it's probably kind of in this area. How can you tell this is a tom as opposed to?
It's a pretty big track. It's real round, kind of dragging his feet, long strided. I think it's a tom. It's
Yeah.
pretty big track. So
seeing the dogs work is incredible. They're able to see the world in a totally different way just because of their noses. And so we let them loose and we're watching them pick up things that I can't even believe a dog can pick up. And then on top of that, they're like little tanks. They can get into scrapes with cats. They go all day. They don't seem to get tired up and down mountains dozens of miles every day. So we had a blast just watching them go to work.
We ended up following that track for a while. Dogs were on it and off it, and we ended up nothing came of it. So we took the snowmobiles up and around and kind of actually circled this whole area where we think that that cat would have left, and never picked up a track. So the hope is he's down in there, 1,000 or so acres. So we're letting the dogs out and going to see if he's still down there.
We're hoping that the dogs will get back on this old track that where we know we've seen the track, and we'll send them hopefully, and they'll go this direction where that line we think he is. He hasn't come out yet, so hopefully he's just in this next canyon. We can freshen it up and get something done with it this time.
Been looking for tracks all morning, the guys have, and found 2 sets going down this way. So we just turned the dogs loose, and they're definitely hotter on today's trail than they were yesterday. So pretty excited about that. We'll see if it's the right cat or not. How do you tell if it's like they're working good or if they're just looking?
You can see them really lined out on the GPS, moving, clipping along pretty good, gaining yards on it. And you can tell that they're moving the track pretty good. Like a lot of times if they're not, you can see them really circling on the GPS. So, but right now they're pretty lined out on it. So the dogs right now are about 300 out in front of us.
So we're with one of the guides, and Hayden is a couple hundred yards down the mountain from us. And we're sitting, and we haven't really heard from him in a while. And all of a sudden you hear the tone of the dogs barking way in the distance change a little bit. And so I turn to one of the guys and I'm like, that sounds different. And sure enough, right after I said that, Hayden radios in and says, hey, we got this cat. The dogs are fresh on its trail. And so at that point, it's run to the snowmobile and just tear down the mountain as fast as you can.
We got us a line, TREED. It's about, a mile and a quarter from here.
Yeah, it's definitely 0 to 100 because at 1 minute you're sitting, for hours at a snowmobile letting the dogs do the work, and the next, their voice changes. You get radioed in this caddis treat, and you're cruising down on the mountain on this snowmobile. So we finally get to the bottom, and we get a radio in from Peyton, and he's like, "Hey, you better get here quick. Like you have about 45 minutes of light left before this is done, and this cat's gone."
We just getting to the spot where it's kind of as far as we could take the snowmobile, so we can hear the dogs barking. Just unloading my pack, getting things light so we can jump down in there. A little over half mile walk in. So we're in a rush, gonna get down there fast and see what we find.
We can just go right up her.
Just go up. All right, so we have hiked in, and it was a bit of a hike, but we got the cat now 50 or so yards right up here, so we're gonna work our way up and see what we can do here. It sounds like he's a big town. We got the cat treed. I can see him. Big old tomtail hanging down, so we're gonna work our way around so we get a clear shot at him. His tail is just tick-tocking.
Seeing the cat in the tree was incredible. It's one of the cool things about hunting with dogs is they hold it in the tree. So I'm close to this thing that I had never seen before and always wanted to get close to. And so at that moment, I'm kind of taking it in, trying to get my heart rate down because I got to make a good shot here soon. And as we're doing this cat, you can tell, just gets agitated. and he turns and he starts to exit the tree on the other side. And from that moment, it just gets wild.
Get the shit, Cole.
Back than I wanted.
Oh, perfect.
Faster than we thought it was gonna happen. He started coming down, so I ran up and put it right in his shoulder. He just rolled down the hill and unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Holding this mountain lion in my hands was a surreal experience. The weight of his head and the size of his paws, it's just a remarkable predator. And this was a unique hunt in and of itself. I'm so glad we reached out to Worldwide Trophy Adventures, because this is a hunt that relies so heavily on houndsmen and good dogs that if you're gonna make it work, you need that. And so they hooked us up with guides that were just amazing. They knew the terrain, their dogs knew the terrain and knew what they were doing. And this ended up being like a hunt of a lifetime for me, and it's something I'll never forget.
What's a hat?
That's a good one to put down.
Yeah.
So that's a deer skewer.